Welcome to the sourdough trials. This week I bake coffee cake with sourdough discard and the weekly bake. For this loaf I'm using 500 grams of bread flour. $360 grams of water, and 10 grams of salt. I fed my sourdough starter and let it rise overnight. I put about 50 grams of starter in my bowl. Then add the water and stir to dissolve the starter. And then mix in the flour and the salt. While my dough is resting, I feed my starter before I put it in the refrigerator. This starter, which I've named Doug H, gets 10 grams of whole wheat flour, 10 grams of rye flour, and 80 grams of all-purpose flour. I've already added 100 grams of water to the jar. After I mix it and relabel it, I leave it out till it about doubles in size, and then it goes in the refrigerator until the next time I use it for baking. This is my discard jar. Anything I don't use in my dough or my starter goes into the jar and goes into the refrigerator until I use it for something like crackers or baked goods. I work the dough about every 30 minutes. After my stretch and folds, I cover the dough and leave it sit out at room temperature for most of the day. Looking back, I think I should have kept working with this dough for a little bit longer. Maybe when you see the finished product, you'll see why. I'll finish this up and then put it in the refrigerator until I'm ready to bake it. The next day, I evenly spread the flour over the surface of the dough and give it a gentle reshape before I score it. This looks pretty good on the outside, but wait till you see what I find inside. Giant bubble holes in the middle. I think this is probably a shaping issue, but we're definitely going to eat this bread anyways. As you can see, there are a lot of ingredients involved in this coffee cake. For the crumble topping, I start with melted butter, add brown sugar, cinnamon, flour, and chopped pecans. For the cinnamon sugar filling, mix together brown sugar with flour and cinnamon. And now for the cake batter, start with softened butter. Add brown sugar and granulated sugar. The recipe says to cream together the sugars and butter with a rubber spatula. Next, add 2 eggs, sour cream, sourdough discard, and finish as noted because I turned my recording off and didn't turn it back on again. I poured half the batter into this 8x8 pan because I don't have a 9x9 pan. Then I sprinkle the cinnamon sugar on top. Pour the rest of the batter into the pan, which mostly just push the cinnamon sugar mixture to the outside. Sprinkle the crumble topping on top. Then I carefully transferred this very full pan to the oven. I did place it on a cookie sheet just in case anything was going to bubble over. I mean, it looks and smells pretty good. I don't don't get a nice cinnamon sugar line through the middle because it all pushed to the outside. And now you can see that despite baking for an extra 20 minutes, it's still not fully cooked in the middle. So I scraped the entire middle section out and we'll still eat the outside that is fully cooked. In my opinion, the crumbled topping with those crunchy pecans are what really make this coffee cake delicious.